My Gothi.
Yes.
What would be a good offering for the goddess Hela?
Hela. Ooh. So I get asked this one quite a bit, and it's not one that I really want to answer, but I will answer it because I understand that there's apparently a need for it. If you venerate the goddess Hela, then you have to understand you're venerating death, or the realm of death. Therefore, the offering should have some element of danger to it, in my opinion. So I would offer something like dangerous plants and flowers, like straight poisonous plants, things that require you to take special precautions in order to handle them. Those are the kind of things that I would offer. Maybe not leave them laying out on an altar for kids and pets to handle, but if you were to do it in ritual, then you could bury it and get it out of circulation. But other things like you can burn patchouli, because patchouli was traditionally what was burned in like funeral parlors and places that handled the dead in order to cover up the smell of death. So patchouli is probably a good thing. Owl pellets that represent death, animal parts and skulls, but not to the point where it just becomes a big yard sale full of dead animal pieces. Um, Definitely the dangerous plants and animals part, and anything that would represent death or some sort of danger. Like put a bouquet of poison oak, poison ivy, poison sumac, some jimson weed, things that if they're mishandled, there's a consequence for. And so here's a couple that if you're not so committed to the goddess of death, then here's a couple other things that you could probably offer. I would say offer things that show transformation. So if you can find the exoskeleton of bugs that have transformed, like caterpillars into butterflies, snakes that have shed their skin, those sheds, those symbols of transformation would absolutely be great offerings. A little bit of red wine would probably go well with any lady, including the goddess Hela. And probably the most fun, I would say, if you had an altar to Hela, would be keep a living carnivorous plant, like a Venus flytrap there, and then go feed the plant once in a while. Give it a little hamburger, a little bit of meat. That's a really cool way to venerate the goddess of death, have some sort of a living, breathing place to make an offering, and actually enjoy it at the same time without putting too much danger into your life. But remember, if you're venerating the goddess Hela, you're venerating death, and there should be some element of danger or discomfort associated with the offerings that you make. Now, if you are going to put on an offering to Hela that is of a dangerous nature, plants or poisonous elements, things like that, I would absolutely say put it up high. Put it up high enough to where it can't be accessed by children and animals or pets or anything. And there's also an element of danger in giving the offering because you have to stand on a chair or a ladder or something like that. You are actually introducing an element of danger to yourself in order to make the offering, which is appropriate, I think, for that particular goddess. That is one of the reasons why we don't do that here. That's what I would offer to the goddess death if I was prone to do that, which I'm not.